All right, good day, students of the National Open University of Nigeria. For those writing e-exams, especially their very first time, ensure to listen to this voice note that will be played. The orientation was conducted on the 4th of May 2025. This orientation will open your insight on several things to know for the upcoming e-exams. Sit tight and enjoy. All right. Good evening, students of the National Open University of Nigeria. It is another season for examination. And as we all know, without examination, that is, examining your knowledge, the semester isn't completed. And that's why we are here to guide, put you through, and explain on what, how, and when NOUN exams will be put in place. Some students are always left in dilemma after registration, payment of their tuition fee, and attempting their tutor marked assignment, and others before sitting for exam. Some students are still asking us, has TMA commenced? Well, explanation on TMA is now a thing of the past. We've conducted multiple lectures and orientation on that. Repeating ourselves is a drawing back. The ones at present is for exams, as exams commences next week for pen on paper students and next month for e-exam students. In addition to this, we've decided to divide the orientation in two parts. Every Sunday for the e-exam students, that is 100 and 200 level students, while every Wednesday POP students 300 level to 800 level. So anyone listening to us this hour should be students writing their e-exams. Now, before proceeding, I would like you to know your consultant, your admin, and speaker. This is Prof from NOUN News. NOUN News is an independent body created to assist, guide, and orientate students on any challenges and doubts students might face during their years in the open and distant learning. We are there and here for you till when you drop your pen from the university. Also, do well to drop an emoji to each voice note sent. This will show your activeness that you are listening. Lastly, ensure to listen to every audio message sent. Audios doesn't burn data like Google Meet, Zoom, Telegram, YouTube, or others. It saves data. And listening to informative messages like this, where no one will never explain to you, should be worth your time. First and foremost, first and foremost, tonight for the first orientation scheduled for this hour, this Sunday, we'll be talking about essentials and important measures to prepare you students before examination. Now, our first angle is the exam clearance or sleep. Without your exam clearance, students will be disallowed from sitting for the exams. Exam clearance is like one is traveling overseas with plane or whatsoever, and you don't book or buy tickets before the D-Day. For the exam clearance, you will take some credentials such as student ID card, school fees receipt, RRR, passport, exam clearance slip, etc. And then where your exam clearance form will be stamped. Most times, the forms are stamped by 3 or 4 top management with their signature at your respective study center. For example, stamp of bursary, ICT, faculty officer, or so. After your exam clearance is completed, my advice quickly is to get your information regarding clearance from your respective study center, because giving you details of clearance from the headquarters Abuja, there might be 30% to 50% difference from your center over there to ours. So first and foremost, ensure to work on your clearance. Note, clearance is very compulsory to all students. Secondly, to register students, as the institution already mandated biometric for students, ensure to do your biometric. Failure in doing might also disallow you from sitting for exams. Ensure to get information from your study center regarding all this, because study centers, dates and time really differs. In addition to our meeting tonight, I want to speak to those who are very busy, workers, travelers, those traveling from one state to another or one country to another, talking to influencers, talking to CEOs, managers, and others like that. We know that you work with time. I mean, other things had already occupied your time. No time to read, no time to study, no time to attend exam, because exam is also a burden. Now, in this kind of scenario, just plan yourself well. For e-exam students, note, your exam starts by June and will run for 3 weeks. Note, now exams mostly runs for exactly 3 weeks. That's the norms and that's the tradition. That's how it works. Lastly, not to waste much of our time for our talk for tonight. Lastly, for our talk tonight, TME is another preparation for students in exams. If you are yet to commence or finish your TME, do so. Don't let the TME close without you attempting. See, if you write TME 1 and TME 2 and you did not attempt TME 3, that course is a carryover. Even if you sit for the exams. Most importantly, do your TME very well, because the TME is very important. Your overall score starts from your TME. If you score less than 25/30 in a course, find quality time to read thoroughly on that course for the exams, because now e-exams, especially for 100 and 200 level, is something else on its own. Just to make you aware, 89% of students writing e-exams score less than 20/70 and even less in exams. Prior to this, how to answer and attempt NOUN exams is another orientation, another talk for another Sunday. So you won't be among students scoring 10, 15, or 20/70. Before we close, and to prepare you for the exams, we want you to know there's something called an area of answers for students to read. The area of answers is written in a format how e-exam question is set. Most importantly, it contains all the 100% answers to all TMA questions for each course, and also contains 70 to 85% of your e-exams question and answers to come out for the year 2025. The answered area or area of answered is purchased and not free, like the exam summary or past question. I want you to note that because it is also purchased and meant for 2025 e-exams only. So in fact, it is the best materials for students. Most importantly, like I said earlier, those who are very busy and don't have time to read. I will drop 2 of our admin contact details for those having questions, consultation, and those in need of the area of answers for their exams and TME, or having anything related in the open and distance learning. You can reach out to myself, Prof, on 0811 3089 380, or our second admin, NOUN News, 080 3796 2768 for any consultation question. Thank you for having us tonight. Those having colleagues, platforms, centers, and you believe they need this information, you are all free to send and share. See you next week for the continuation of our meeting. Bye for now.